It's Monday. I haven't been to the gym in a while because I wasn't feeling well last week. Still not feeling 100%, but need to get back to it. So let's do it.
Hi, my name is TJ.
All right, Brooke, are you ready to share the big news?
Yes.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. We're
I'm
moving.
What?
It is Wednesday. My parents left yesterday. I had a great time with them, visiting with them. We also announced to the internet that Brooke is pregnant with baby number 4, which is one of the things I've been alluding to over the last few videos. And then the other big change is we're moving back to Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So 2 huge things happening in our lives, which means a lot of stuff that needs to be done, i.e. packing up our house. We're going to keep our house here and we're going to rent it, and then we're going to try to rent in Pennsylvania for the first year while we get resettled. And so very excited. Obviously it's a little bittersweet. You know, Maui's amazing and wonderful, and if I think about it too much, I'll weep. But I just think it's the right move for the family, for the future, for the daughters, for baby number 4, for the multi-generational family that we want to have. I think Lancaster, Pennsylvania is a great place for that. I also think there's some opportunity that's come up for me, which I'm very excited about. And so, yeah, it's been a crazy thought process, just to get to this point. A lot of conversations, a lot of prayer. The baby thing is wild to me. I never thought we'd have another baby the old-fashioned way. So stoked on that. We do a podcast on it, episode 220, if you want to hear the in-depth story. But just absolutely wild. Very excited. And we're taking pictures of the house today to get it ready to rent. So we're cleaning our room. So the office looks like chaos because we just cleaned the bedroom for the pictures, and then we'll move all the stuff in there. And then we're packing. We're gonna start packing up stuff. We've kind of decided not to do a container and just let this be a time of really stripping down what we keep, in the name of living simply. So plus we're gonna keep this place furnished for the renter. So yeah, a lot happening. Wild, absolutely wild, but excited.
9.
And Daisy, who is how old?
Where's me old?
2.
2.
Daisy, who is 2, who will turn 3 next month. What do you girls want to talk about today? All right, it is Friday. I am realizing that I did not record much this week again because my parents were here. I wasn't feeling well. Still, whatever I caught is lingering. Yeah, it's gross. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. As you can see. But this week we, made the big announcement that we're having another baby, which just if you've followed us for any period of time. So Brooke, after each pregnancy, has had to have a voice surgery because something about the pregnancy hormones causes this growth on her vocal cords. The last surgery, we thought it feels like she's healed. So we're believing that she's healed, that she won't have another one. So, but also after the last pregnancy, I thought we were done. I was not done with our family growing, but done with Brooke having babies. And yeah, it's just so wild to me that we're having another one, and that it wasn't an accident, we were trying. We actually only had to try once, which has never happened. That's never happened for us before. And just it's just amazing to me. I'm so dumbfounded by it, in the best way possible. And anybody that knows Brooke is also just shocked, and so her courage and bravery to go through it again is just kind of amazing. So it's been super fun. It's been fun seeing her get all these texts and all this love from her friends and stuff like that, which has been really cool. And then we announced we were moving, which is part baby, part financial. Actually, it's more part baby, part we knew Maui wasn't our long-term home, touch financial. I don't know if we would move this early But I don't know, because the baby kind of puts it in perspective of like, well, you can either move after with a newborn, or you can move before pregnant, and moving pregnant is much easier because that's what we did to come here. And so we announced that, which is also big news, and just figuring out like who's going to rent our house, where are we going to live, all this stuff has been just like taking priority. So I think that's maybe some of the reason I haven't recorded. But wild to think that this will be the 10th video. I'm uploading the 9th video right now. And so it's wild to believe that when I started this 10 weeks ago, it wasn't even on my radar that we were gonna move. I knew we were gonna have a baby, but it wasn't on my radar that we are gonna move. I mean, eventually it was, but not this quickly. Like, we're leaving in October, which is just wild. Like, it's just absolutely wild, but I'm stoked for it. Obviously, there's some sadness with friends that live here, and obviously Maui is beautiful. I love my gym. There's so many elements of this little short season that has been so rich and beautiful and amazing, which will cause me to cry and be sad and all those things, and I'll feel all those feelings. I won't stuff them down like I have in the past. But it's wild to think that like 10 weeks ago, like if you would have told me making this video 10 weeks ago, like, hey, you're gonna move in 17 weeks, get ready for it, I've been like, yeah, nah, that's not gonna happen. And yet here we are. And so just again, I'm just feeling like like I've said in many of these videos, I'm just doing what I can do and allowing the Lord to like take care of the rest. And like, what's awesome is one thing that happened is, so our renter was actually the first person outside of like my family that I told I was moving. And it was weird. This girl that goes to our gym, super kind, like she's amazing. And I hadn't seen her in a while, and so when I saw her at the gym, I was like, hey, she's like, how you been? I said, well, we're having another baby. I kind of gave her the news. I was like, thinking about moving with four kids. And she's like, well, if you're gonna rent your place, like, let me know. And I was like, are you serious? Like, you couldn't describe a better tenant. And so just earlier this week, she came over and was like, yeah, I'm in. And it made me realize, and so I told her, I said, here's what we charge, here's what we pay for like just to cover the house and all the stuff, like, is that doable for you? And she was like, yeah, but I want you to make money, so here's what I suggest, which I was like, incredible. And what's crazy is I remember earlier this year, we had this like really hard day of news where Beauty Counter shut down, 40% of our income was gone overnight, and I spent the day just like kind of seeking the Lord. And I remember him giving me sort of like two phrases in my mind that were so crystal clear. The only place I think they could come from was him. One was be honest, which kind of was the genesis of these videos and the genesis of some of the content we're sharing online. And then the second was double portion. And so I don't know what that double portion is, but I was totally honest and upfront with the renter. Like, just like, here's what it is. If we can break even, that's great. And it ended up being like, she ended up offering more. We didn't ask for more. She offered more. And it made me think back to that point. And I remember getting that word in a van when I was in our van. And so just like seeing the Lord work things together is so beautiful and so wonderful. And sometimes I think like, when they hit you, when you realize like, oh, that was like, you were told to be honest. You thought it was for one thing. I thought it was for like the way we live on the internet, which we've never been dishonest. But I thought it was like, let's peel back the curtain even more. And then in this one simple conversation, extreme honesty ended up being such a blessing. And so, yeah, it's just cool. Like that was just really cool. It'll be interesting to see. I'm going to do my best to keep up with these as we go through our house and pack and yard sale and get ready to move. We're trying to use this move to like downsize the amount of stuff that we have, because buying a container to ship all of our, well, one, we're leaving our house furnished for our renters, but buying a container or renting, getting a container to ship back to the mainland is like crazy expensive. Like, it's cheaper to just literally buy new stuff. And so we're trying to just move with suitcases and then just like buy the things that we can't live without, espresso machine, all that kind of stuff. And so it'll be an interesting couple weeks as we like downsize, make those decisions, kind of encourage the girls to make some of those hard decisions. But yeah, wild couple of days, giving the news, realizing that it's happening, finding a renter. I haven't even I feel like I haven't even touched the businesses. I mean, I have, but it's like there's so much else going on. So yeah, I think after these two videos, 0.9, which I'm uploading now, like it felt like I was like 2 clips, and then this one will be short. I'm gonna get back to remembering to record now, but huge week. What is this meal called?
Shabbat.
What does Shabbat mean?
To cease.
And when does Shabbat start?
Sabbath.
And what is Sabbath?
The day of rest.
Who gave us the day of rest?
God.
Why did he give us this?
Because of us.
And who are we? We are a family that loves Jesus, works hard, gives freely, seeks rest, chooses joy, and walks in love. Good job, ladies!
Pretty much got it down.
Feast, 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 feast.
Let's